Today, I'm going to share with you a big gardening secret of mine. So it is a secret fertilizer that not only works wonders for me, but it also works for many of my friends, many of my other gardeners. But really it is so affordable and readily available, and it's so easy to get and use it, right? So many years ago, I got to know about this topic, right? There has been some rumors. There has been some rumors from my other gardeners, my neighbors, my older gardeners, right? This is something that they have been using for their gardening. But really, it has never been officially tested properly and really proven to work. So what I did was really to do a proper test on it. Right? I want to conduct a proper test together with many plants. I set up the experiment with all the control plants and really trying to document the entire experiment process properly, right? So that we have some kind of like documentation that we can show, right? And when I got the results, right, after many months of trying, right, I was very surprised that it actually works, right? And it works beautifully, right? And since then, I have been using this particular ingredient, right, this particular secret on many of my plants, and I can safely say, after so many years of using this, it has worked for me. Right? None of my plants have died, right? Most have grown very, very well. So what's that secret fertilizer? Right, here you go. It is MSG. Right, yes, monosodium glutamate. Right, the one that you use it for your soup. People use it for taste enhancer. Right, that is being used in many of our food products. Right, even at home. So while I conducted this experiment and many years of using it, right, it has shown great results, great success. But I have yet to find any proper scientific research on this, right? So there has not been deep research into this particular topic itself. But there has been a lot of papers, right, talking about the use in agriculture, but really not really used in a large scale kind of like farming or sort of things. But anyway, it has worked wonders for me, right? It has worked wonders for many of my friends and gardeners. So I have tried out several different types of seedlings, right? Like pomegranate. I tried it on marigold plants, right? I tried it on very big plants like adeniums, like the desert rose, right? So from this photo, right, as you can see, the seedlings on the left have been fertilized with MSG for many, many weeks. And they have grown so much more than the ones that are on the right. Right, the ones on the right, they are not fertilized at all. So very obvious, very clear results that I have seen. So I also tried MSG on my adeniums, the Fu Hui Hua, right, the desert rose, as they have been quite stubborn, right? Sometimes they just don't want to flower, and they have not been flowering for the longest time. And so after weeks of like MSG therapy, right, yes, they finally flower, and they went on a flowering streak for weeks to come, right? They keep on putting on new flowers, right? So with all these positive results, right, I have shared this in many of my gardening classes, many of my gardening talks, and more gardeners tried themselves, right? And they have all given me positive feedback. So I think it works, right, based on many of these observations. Right, so if you like to try it yourself, if you are curious enough, right, if you want to, try it out, here is exactly how I do it, and you can actually follow me across all the steps. So the MSG I use is more of the crystallized form, right? It's more of these bigger crystals, and not really those that are in really very small, fine powder form. So in Singapore, I use the brand Ajinomoto, which is super cheap, right? They're super easy to find in almost any supermarket or any kind of convenience store. Right? And how much to add? For me, I think for pots that are smaller than my palm, right? Probably less than 8-inch pots and things like that, right? A teaspoon every week is good enough. Right? So you just need to sprinkle around the soil. Right? Try not to sprinkle it too near the base of the plant, right? Just like all other fertilizers, you don't want the fertilizers to touch the plant, right? So just the surroundings will be good enough. So for bigger pots, 2 teaspoons weekly basis is the basic guideline that I have. And for really very big plants, and maybe more, maybe 1 tablespoon or more. Right, so you should be able to see results in a month's time, right? For small plants, right? Or for bigger plants, it may take a couple of months, like 2 months or 3 months, in order to see a significant growth. So you will observe what? You will observe more leaf growth, right? You will observe that they are growing faster, and some of them will even flower. So let's make this a global experiment. So if you are curious, if you want to try yourself, right, and I hope that you will be able to share your results with me, your experiment results with me. So all you need is to leave a comment below, share with me, share with other gardeners how MSG has helped your gardening, right, help your plants. I will be really excited to hear from you. So if you are new to the channel, right, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because every week I will put out new videos to help you to become a better gardener, right, do better gardening so that you can enjoy this hobby even more. So comment below if you have any questions, but if you want to learn more about gardening, right, if you want to learn more about the powerful grow method, right, make sure you watch my other videos, right. I have a lot of videos that touches on this grow method that has worked for thousands of gardeners. So until next time, I will see you soon.